Going to court is usually a serious thing, but there are some lawsuits that you just can't take seriously. There's that one woman who sued Starbucks because her coffee was too hot, and then another sued McDonald's because it made her fat. Sometimes celebrities get hit with these silly cases. We are here today to talk about the 5 craziest things celebrities have been sued for right here on Listed. Could you imagine if someone took you to court because you look too similar to someone? Or what about being sued because your fans are well aware of your favorite number? Those are the kind of cases that these stars have had to deal with. So without further ado, let's dive right into these crazy scenarios. We all like to think that we have a celebrity doppelganger, right? I've gotten Kim K for years and I would never consider that a bad thing. However, Alan Ray Heckard thought that looking like Michael Jordan was disrupting his life. He sued Jordan and Nike, claiming that he was suffering from distress because so many people thought he was the basketball legend. Talk about first world problems. I guess even he knew how ridiculous the lawsuit was, and he dropped it within a few weeks. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you know that she adores the number 13. She was born on the 13th of December, and she thinks that a lot of her experiences in life have involved the number 13 in some way. The classically unlucky number has been Taylor's lucky number for years, as she's won awards sitting in the 13th row of an audience, and her first album went to gold in 13 weeks. Those are just a few examples. But to commemorate this significant number in Taylor's life, Taylor had some swag on her website featuring Lucky 13. The owner of the merchandise company called Lucky 13 just couldn't handle the pop star stealing his number, so he sued Taylor for using the name, targeting the same audience, and get this, using her svelte bod to get sales. All claims were settled. Okay, prepare yourself, you guys. This one is crazy and hysterical. This random guy in Florida named Chris Martin, no, not Chris Martin who fronts Coldplay or was married to Gwyneth Paltrow. This Chris Martin sued Paltrow and the man that she was allegedly having an affair with, Donald Sterling, the former owner of the LA Clippers. This random Chris Martin claimed that Sterling was paying Gwen $500,000 a month in order to hopefully breed a tall, blonde, blue-eyed child with him. He alleges that this affair caused Donald Sterling to make threats to him over the phone and throw bricks into his window. Martin was such an emotional wreck over this that he put an emergency restraining order on Paltrow and Sterling. He also requested $10 million due to the disruption of his life. Sounds like this Chris Martin has some creative fantasies. The case also went nowhere. A woman sued Justin Bieber, his record label Island Def Jam, his concert promoter, and a concert arena for over $9 million in 2013 for hearing loss. She claimed that the high-pitched screams of his fans and a loud blast during his concert did permanent damage to both her eardrums. Ever since the Biebs concert that she went to, she hears whooshing and pulsating sounds that prevents her from falling asleep and has resulted in anxiety and depression. Ugh, that sucks, but I guess you do have to be aware of what you're going into when you enter a space full of hormonal believers. By the way, Bieber totally won that battle. Just this month, Katy Perry, Live Nation, and several other companies that were involved in her 2014 Prismatic tour have been sued by a stagehand. Christina Fish alleges that while working on Katy's tour, a wall ran over her foot, and no one called an ambulance despite a shoe full of blood. Ugh. Fish eventually got into the hospital after a friend gave her a ride, but despite the hospital visit, her big toe got infected and it needed to be amputated. This really is a distressing situation, but the question is, who would you blame in this case? Do you think that any of these celebrities were deserving of these lawsuits, or are they just a bunch of bizarre and dramatic reactions? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below, and after that, click right over here to find out which celebrities have been accused of lip syncing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on Listed. Be sure to subscribe to Clevver for more videos like this. I'm your host, Ashley I, and I will see you next time.